Alright, so the angle of this chisel, I've determined I want at about 25 degrees or 30 degrees. The angle of this chisel, I've determined I want at about 30 degrees. So I measure it with this card. Come over here to this plate. At 30 degrees, I clamp it in this block. And then I'm just sharpening her up. Getting pretty sharp. I think I still have a little bit of a ledge there. Yeah, it's getting pretty sharp. This is just the roughest one. Water on there. While I'm using the roughest, the highest grit, or the lowest grit, I've got the second one in the water, soaking up. So hopefully it doesn't soak up and not be able to fit. I think that looks pretty good. I am having a little bit of trouble getting it to clamp down. I think it's bottomed out nearly on this. This chisel's so narrow that it's kind of bottomed out, and maybe the chisel's not exactly flat. It's pivoting a little bit, but it's not moving forward to back. All right, let's get our medium. There. good with where I'm set up. So also, one thing that I did is on my bandsaw, I cut pieces of wood exactly the same thickness as these stones. So I can just run from the top clear down to the bottom. Use the full length of that stone. You can see it kind of polishing up even on the second stone. And to put the wood, I have a tile here that shouldn't soak up much water. To glue the wood down, I use my super glue from Satellite City, thick, and accelerator spray. They work very well. Any of your super glue needs. Some more water. So one thing I did wrong is I didn't leave room for the stones to expand. You can see the water, they're soaking with water, so they're expanding and they're going to pop off the wood eventually. But they're holding them still. That looks pretty good. Pop those out so they can dry. Alright, we got the third one, is the finest. I'm going to get my stropping leather. I'm going to finish honing that chisel. See what we got here. That works pretty good. Got fairly sharp. Nice. You should have seen it before I started. It's very dull. All right, let's try another one. My super glue popped off of that side. Might not need it. All right, this one's a little bit wider. It's going to be the same width as my stones. So one thing about sharpening a chisel, especially if you're sharpening by hand, is you can see that this one's kind of rounded. It's not shaped right. There's a little dip in there. I got it pretty sharp, but I'd rather have it straight. So with this guide, I should be able to get it very straight. Okay. Let's do 30 degrees again. Actually, we'll see what it is. Yeah, let's do 35. I don't know if I can get it, yeah. You can see I'm not even straight. See how that line covers up? I don't know if I can show that. Yeah. So doing it by hand, it's not exactly straight. All right, I've got it locked in. It's not moving. Get my whetstone back in there. That might not be that easy. I see, it's kind of humping, the wood's kind of humping up. It'll last long enough. All right. Some more water on it. You kind of see where it's roughing it, getting it straighter. I definitely need to get wider stones. It's much harder to do when your chisel is the same width as the stone. That was not good. Slipped out of the holder. Hey, Mark, Mike, Mark and Mike. Yeah, yeah. So interesting thing. Um, these guys sent this to me from Goobeater. Um, they sent it to me, or they asked me if I wanted to try it, and I said, "Hey, I don't have a 2-inch wide. I don't have a very wide whetstone." I actually told them I didn't have any whetstone, and I would wait on that till I got a bigger whetstone. And they sent it anyway, so I'm gonna try it. It worked very well for this one. I just did this one earlier. It's like a 1/4-inch chisel. Worked really good. It's very sharp. I love it. This one I'm struggling with a little bit. I mean, it's working, and I'm just trying to get it shaped right now. The other thing I need to do is make sure that my stones are flat. Wasn't as bad with the 1/4-inch, but now going to the 1-inch. But I will say, for under $40, it's a very well made setup. These are all steel brass wheels. You know, they did include wider wheels. Maybe I should be using the wider wheels. Then it would ride on the stone. I should probably be doing that. Yeah, let's try that. This is actually, it's actually very sharp already. I hadn't realized. That's only on the rough stone, and I haven't even did anything to the backside. Yeah. I don't want to take it all the way apart, but take forever to put it together. Okay, that's better. Now the rollers are closer together. We'll ride on that stone because the wood is not exactly right. So boy, that is nice. Straight, the whole thing is getting, tell you what we'll do, so we can tell what's being ground. So I'm not 100% sure. Let that dry for a sec. Look at that. Took it all off. Maybe just a touch right there. Yep, it's all off. So that means we're grinding that entire surface right now. I don't see a ledge, so I'm going to say that is done. Oh, that angle gauge is most ingenious. Yes, I love this angle gauge. What's in the syringe? Light oil? No, this is just water. I have a little pail of water over here. And I have some syringe. You know, it's always like, how do I transfer just a little bit of water? And actually, the amount this holds, about, I don't know, 10 cc's, but you get about 7, is perfect for just going right down that length of that stone. So we'll start doing the medium. Is it supposed to be oil? I always thought it was supposed to be water. I had watched some knife sharpening videos a while back, and they used water on their whetstone. I don't really want it to be too oily, because water you can kind of dry and dust off. You can hear the wood popping because it's soaking up water. It's getting nice and polished. Cannot keep this one, and now this one's come off. Yeah, as they swell up, they're popping the glue off. That's getting sharp. Yeah, I don't know, Mark. If it's oil, I am not doing it right because I'm using water. But it's getting sharp. I don't know what the advantage would be. I'd have to look that up. Yeah, we're getting that whole surface. I'm gonna call that one good. If they used oil, wouldn't they call it an oil stone? I guess wet could be anything. But yeah, I'll look into that. Can't really use oil now because I'm already wet with water. Wow, that is a nice edge right now. It's like a mirror. So the emery paper on glass, do you use oil, water? Keep water stones in a bucket of water when not in use. Oh, I've always let mine dry out and then put it in the water later. I don't know. I guess I need to do some research. They seem to work, but I guess if they could work better. And it's definitely saturated because the water's just sitting on the top. Can't really see it. So, interesting story. These are all my dad's chisels. He got old enough that he wasn't doing woodwork. I'm not sure how much woodwork he ever did. When I inherited his tools, and actually my father-in-law too, he was a builder. Nothing was sharp, and I don't ever remember my dad sharpening anything. I got a couple planes, couple chisels, not a whole big inventory, couple things, and just nothing was sharp. Kind of crazy. So I've been sharpening stuff as I use it. That's pretty good. And not that hard either. Not hard to push. Yeah, cool. So I've been sharpening it, but like nothing was sharp. And I can remember trying to use them as a kid, and I'd be trying to help him out, put a doorknob in or something, and just hammering the crap out of it just to get it to go through the wood, not knowing that these things need sharpened all the time. You know, it was just a chisel, it's just sharp. So It's interesting how much my dad and my father-in-law would have struggled just because they didn't spend that extra half hour to sharpen stuff. The doorstep. Yeah, that's probably what I don't know. When I got them, they had all kinds of nicks. I should have taken pictures of them. But nicks and dents, and I mean, we used these things for everything growing up. We didn't do any finished carpentry or hobby work. It was all utility, putting in doorknobs, um, stuff we had to do. So anyway, this set, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I need to figure out Goobiter. We'll call it Goobiter. Goobiter. This set, you get this angle gauge that you can kind of match up what you have. I want to do my planes. I have, I think, 3 planes. I don't have a lot of good fine tools, but I have 3 planes. I want to sharpen those, but definitely need wider stones for those. So you figure out the angle. Once you have the angle figured out, you go to this plate. That's the same height as that step. There's a step where the chisel rides. So then once you figure out the angle, you slide this up to match that angle. Tighten this knob down. Turn it over and start going at it. Obviously, depending on what you're doing, you want to put the longer rollers in or the shorter rollers. But I'll tell you, for less than $40, it's a pretty nice set. I've seen some very expensive sharpeners that I decided I did not want to spend that kind of money. So, yeah, there you go. Man, that is sharp. That's probably the sharpest that chisel's ever been. Both of them. There you go. Whetstones do not come with it. This is my stropping leather. Does not come with it. You want to make sure you have those. But yeah, the three main pieces: the gauge, the angle fixture, and then the actual guide, sharpening guide. Everything's labeled. It's very heavy. Like, I like that. This is heavy. This is heavy. I thought it was aluminum, but it might be aluminum, but it's fairly heavy. So everything's very well made. I'm impressed. Happy about it. So yeah, give it a shot. Definitely, if you've got diamond stones or whetstones, this is a pretty nice tool. I'm very happy with it. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. If you subscribe and come back, I will link this setup in the description. I don't have a link there now, but I will do it. But if you look up Gubeter, and it's their sharpening chisel. They only have one, I'm pretty sure. You can't beat it. Let me know in the comments, guys, how much it is, like, in different areas, because I know this is Midwest US, so I'm gonna take that price out when I actually put this up on Amazon. But yeah, let me know. That'd be interesting. All right, thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. See you later.